Hello? Hello? Yeah, no, control room? Yeah, no, I promise. It's gonna be good today. No, we'll figure it out. It's gonna be good.
Oh my gosh, wait, are we
Hey,
on? Oh
we're
my
on.
gosh,
We're live.
sorry.
We're
I
live.
just need a quick little trim there. All right, we're good?
Hey everyone. Welcome back to Adobe Live. Hi. How is everyone? How are we doing today? Hi Emily, welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better today. You have fresh trim, ready for grab bag day too.
Yes, we are good. We are composed. We are ready, and we're excited to face the first episode of Graphic Grab Bag, the new show here on Adobe Live. If you tuned in our last episode, you guys know we had some technical difficulties, but it was so much fun. We had a blast, and so hopefully you all had a great time as well. We're gonna jump back in today, and we're kind of gonna treat this a little bit like the first episode, so that we can get a feel for it. We can get you guys involved, and we can check out what Emily is working on. But first, oh, solid start. First, let's have you introduce yourself over here. Who are you, person?
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a designer in Southern California, designer and illustrator, and I have bangs. So that's pretty much all I could say about myself.
Yes, I too have bangs. They're just much smaller than Emily's. If you'd like to, you can follow Emily over here on Instagram at Emily Poulin or on Behance as well by clicking the button or clicking the link that the mod is going to drop in the chat for us. All right, Emily. So we did this a little bit yesterday. This is a new segment on Adobe Live called Graphic Grab Bag. And can you tell our friends kind of what's going on here and kind of what we're working on in general? So we're not going to look at the files yet. Just what's the concept of the show for those that are just joining us?
Yes, the concept of the show is Andrew, the wonderful curator that he is, chose images, textures, colors, typefaces, many things, and put them all into a folder on Creative Cloud. And then yesterday, I opened that folder to see what we had. I felt really inspired to do some sort of like crystal rock brand, which may have been what broke our internet yesterday, but working on branding development for what that could look like as a living, breathing brand.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you want to play along at home, this is a collaborative show. It's something that we are creating and that you can create as well. If you'd like to, you can join us at bit.ly/graphicgrabbag. I'm sure our mod Voodoo Val will drop that link in the chat for you. You can simply sync that Creative Cloud library to your Creative Cloud and then use Illustrator, InDesign, wherever you want to create a brand based on the assets in this mystery library. So you can join us, play along at home, and if you're posting on Behance or social media, use hashtag #GraphicGrabBag. Now, Emily, you got this yesterday. You got the entire grab bag, and we looked through. Can you recap what's in that library, and then we can go and look at what we've created from it?
Yes, absolutely. Do you want to share my screen so we can see it?
Yes,
Or
your
do you want me to just
screen is
walk
up
through
there.
it?
Yes, your screen's up there.
Oh,
Got it.
that's amazing. Okay.
Magic.
Yes. Okay. So this was in the grab bag yesterday. We had burned orange. This is the color code for it, but burned, not a burnt orange.
Yes, burned.
We had amethyst, and then we had 3 character styles. All of this really interesting, funky typeface. I believe Andrew calls it wonky. That was really getting me yesterday, but I feel like now that I've like slept on it, thought about it, I have a good idea of how to move forward. There were also these really cool textured lines and scribbles that I'm going to incorporate today. There's a graphic style that like added a grain and a roughen and outer glow effect. And then there's this really cool TIFF vector file that I'm going to use as a texture today as well.
Yes, we're going to probably save that till the end because I'm pretty sure it might kill some computers because it's a very large file. But those are all free resources that I have created for you all that you can download at that link. Just sync it to your Creative Cloud library. Feel free to use them in whatever you want and try to create something. So, Emily, what have we done so far with this brand? I know yesterday we got stuck at a few things. Can you just talk us through the process of where we started and then kind of where we're starting today and moving forward?
Yes. So yesterday we had a brief moment of me trying to understand and get my bearings of where we were at. So I took these 2 colors and I built out more of a color palette from those. I introduced another cool tone, another warm tone, and then picked some variations of that to give just some depth to it, to the gemstones that we were going to make. And then through chat, we named the brand OMG Odes, or OMG for short. And the idea is that it's kind of mystical, but kind of like workwear, neo-Americana, interesting textured vibes. So we're kind of working with that today. I made some illustrations gemstones, and I applied the graphic style to them. So that's where we got this like little wiggly situation happening. And then I released those compound paths to make more of these really cool filled in shapes instead of just these outlines. So I think I'm going to work with that a lot today. In my mind, to let you in on my plan, I think that's where I'm going to apply that TIFF texture. But that's where I'm at right now.
Ooh.
We'll see. Yes. And then these are just the scribbles. We had tried some lockups with it, which I started a new artboard because mine got so crazy yesterday. But I've been working with like type in front of it, seeing if that was maybe where we wanted to take this, maybe merging it with the crystals itself. So we're trying to figure out some things with that still.
Yes. And Voodoo Val says, love these, Emily, in all caps. And I agree.
Wow.
We had a moment yesterday, and I'm going to come back to the main screen. Can you open our artboard from yesterday if you have it?
Yes.
I just want to show, these shows on Adobe Live are all about showing process, peeking behind the curtain of who we are as creatives and designers. And we got so stuck yesterday. Can you like highlight just the area that we got completely stuck as the world burned down around us?
So I'm gonna draw a really big circle and say it was all right in here. And I think what really threw me off was the typeface.
Yeah.
And that really is just like a style difference. And things like this, I mean, amidst the chaos of the tech issues we were having, typefaces like this are not something I gravitate towards and something that I really need to work with. And so as I was working, I really was just like skirting around it for a good, I don't know, 20 minutes of just like, I'm going to build colors or I'm going to try other typefaces. Like I just couldn't figure out what to do with it. As you can see up here. And then still here, I was like, even nothing here is really working for me. So that's when we started to try and like build out other things here. But really, as I work, if there's something I'm really stuck with, I just need time to sit with it. And then it kind of, connects somewhere in the brain. And now I feel like good to use it. But I was just really thrown off by it yesterday.
Yes. And I think I love the parallel of like working with a client that's like that like you hit a zone where it's like, oh, you really want this, but like, one, it's not good. Two, I don't know how to work it in. And we got so stuck yesterday. And then we were like frazzled with all the tech issues, but like trying to think creatively when you're both like stuck with the assets and the like chaos. I love that we like went back, spent some time last night, and we kind of hit a zone where we're like, okay, something interesting is happening. Let's chase that. And so we're chase that. And now we're back in less chaos. We're creatively focused. And where are we heading today, Emily?
We are going to head across the finish line. So we're going to head into developing a much stronger logo mark, a word mark, and some sort of illustration going on with the geodes themselves. So maybe if we have time, I think we could do like a fun little ad or something for it, or like a tag maybe that you would find on a geode or like a package. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to really lock in a graphic style or like a brand style for the geode company.
Fun. And yes, so somebody is asking, what are the words that I was going to say? Someone is asking where to submit your work. So you can post on Behance and use the tag graphic grab bag. If you got it. If you want to, you also can join the Discord. I think the Discord would be a great place for us to be posting some of the work. If you want to, you can post it right over here on our Adobe Illustrator Discord ? Val, I know that you have the link for that, so let's do that for now. I'll find out an actual example if we do this show again. But in the Illustrator tab, just down here in the chat, if you guys were working on anything, go ahead and place it on there for what you created yesterday, and I'll highlight that as they come in. So in the chat channel of the Adobe Illustrator Discord, Val, if you want to drop that link for us, that would be great, and we'll check it out. I'm super excited to see what you've made.
I would love to see what you've made because this was really a huge struggle for me. So seeing, sometimes it helps to see just what other people are doing, of how you like attack that problem.
Yes, and thank you, Val, for the link. We've got a couple shout outs of friends that are in the chat. Our friend Andy is there. Hi, Andy.
Oh,
hello.
Hey, Andy.
Andy had a message to pass along. Let me scroll. Andy says, tell Emily that she's doing great. Emily, you're doing great.
Gosh, thank you.
Yes, and then our friend Devin is in the chat as well, says that you are an absolute magician.
Oh, wow.
It's awesome to see you all. So excited to see you here. Music is cool, but what is your background? Oh, this is my...
Me? Oh,
this is my fancy co-working space New York apartment. That's actually my bedroom.
Whoa, right. A real peek behind the curtain there.
Secrets. All right. Let's hop in. Let's get to your screen, Emily, and I'm going to stop talking. Talk us through what's going on and kind of what you're doing today.
Okay, so again, I pulled out like the parts that I was kind of liking that I was working with typography wise. And so I also changed the name a little bit. So yesterday, I believe we did original geode materials. And in my mind and the craziness of what was going on, that was OMG, but then I looked at it and that's actually OGM.
Yes,
So
and that's my fault. Somebody said that in chat yesterday, and it was like at the peak of everything, and
right,
I'm
and we're
like,
like, that's
whatever,
perfect.
we'll
Let's
deal with
do
it
it
later.
Yeah. So after I, remember the alphabet and spelling and things today, I changed it to original mineral geodes. I felt that was
Yes.
still on brand. Chat, if you have an issue, feel free to let me know. I actually have chat up today with the yesterday craziness. I just closed it out because I couldn't like figure out the tabs. So I do have a little notice on that now. So if you guys want to chat, I can see what you're saying. But yeah, original mineral geodes, I think is where I want to take that. And in my mind, highlighting the word geodes is probably the name of the brand because it's not like super clear. It's not like a brand name, insert brand name here.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that kind of as the working title, or mineral geodes. I could kind of like what I was doing here. I could also see that as like the working name. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun, right? So I really want to get like a primary mark and then like a really strong sub mark or secondary mark. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for if everyone's on board.
Yeah, can we refer to those as step marks? Like it's not quite like a step mark. Like you have like a stepbrother or like a stepdad that's like a step mark. Like it's not quite like the original, but like it's just like one little step over.
Okay, yeah, like a step mark then. We're going to introduce a new graphic term today.
Step mark.
1720. I believe 1726 was the year. Let me check. Yeah, 1726. Okay, cool.
Yes, the year that Gulliver's Travels was published. Actually, that was yesterday. Emily, keep working. I'm going to find out what happened today in the year that this was created, which is 1726.
Ooh, okay. I kind of like this one now. Sourced? Is that how we spell sourced? I think so. I kind of want to do something fun like polished. What do you do with gemstones? You like polish them?
Oh yeah, chat, let's get some suggestions. What would be a good like kind of tagline? Something kind of fun. And hello, Alexandra.
Sorry, my bangs are just really distracting me today.
What if it's like something that it's like glimmer and gleam, like it's some kind of like action, like call to action thing. Right, chat, we need your help here. Glimmer...
Don't challenge my spelling because I might struggle.
Polished and charged, that's interesting.
Ooh, I like charged. That's really fun. Okay,
I do
polished and charged.
I like that. And then Voodoo Val's asking for just a quick recap of the fonts that we are using currently.
Yes. So these are the ones that were chosen for me by the type gods. So Duality Steel is the first one. Andrew will take a bow for that here. I'll like just show these out for you. So Duality Steel, Duality Sand, that one's like really fuzzy. And then this one is Duality Regular. So it's like a copy of this one, but without the texture, which looking at it now, I kind of feel like if I use this texture that's in my grab bag, that I'm probably going to get something similar to that. So I kind of like, if I use this one, I'm probably not going to do a texture on the gemstone. So I probably will pick or choose. But since my challenge is to do that, I might go ahead and try that here.
Yep.
Okay.
And yes, call to actions are hard sometimes, Alexander says. Also, Voodoo Val says our tagline should be "Your mom would buy this vacation shirt." That was from yesterday. That's our target
Your mom's
demographic.
On vacation.
Yeah, is like
I love that.
90s moms on vacation will buy this on like a sweatshirt, like not like a hoodie, like a sweatshirt.
Locally sourced. So in my mind, this is like too big for like a primary mark, but it's kind of like a fun, like, I don't know, spelled out, like exaggerated kind of situation here.
Yeah, and we talked about it yesterday, and I think that you like to work this way too, of like maximum information and then kind of parse it down into different versions.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And I don't know why that is such a thing. I kind of just like it because it gives you like just, I guess, more to work with, or like, let me see if this balances like better on the top. Maybe that's too much, or maybe it needs to be arched. So I'm using an appearance like effect right now, so I'm gonna try and switch it to arc. Oh, that might be a little too much.
Yeah, so she's using warps right now, and warps are just easy ways to manage type, and it's kind of managing the type, but also managing the line that it's on, and so it's warping that type without getting too wonky. I love using warps on type. It just gives it an extra little like oomph.
The one thing, okay, this is the one that always gets me like stuck between arc and arch. Incredibly similar, but if you'll notice, there's like a very small little difference here of like where it arches.
Yes.
It really does change the like
So
feeling.
yes. So the top one, which I think is arc, is taking it and basically like bending it,
Huh.
and then arch is taking it and placing each one on an arch. So you'll see that the edges on arc
Oh.
move the edges out, but on
Out,
arch
right.
it keeps
They,
it
like, keep
vertical.
it.
And then it just moves it like in the arch. Yeah, so it's bending the letters or like placing the letters, I guess, is the difference between the two.
Andrew's just always demystifying things for me.
Magic.
What can I say? Yeah, it is your gifting.
That's true.
Besides choosing really hard typefaces for me to work with. Okay, I feel like there's like something fun happening here. Maybe this is like too extra. I don't know. I just kind of thought this was like a cute way to like get working with that. So I'm gonna like put that one here. Oh, I'm gonna get all of it and I'm gonna put it right here. Oh, all right. Okay, I kind of did like this. I think this feels like, I don't know, like a general store kind of situation. I'm gonna turn off this.
It does feel, and I think that we talked about like a zone of like field trip to like the like somewhere where the 49ers were like digging gold. Like this feels like that, which I
Wait, the
absolutely
49ers, like
it.
a team, like a football team or whatever they are.
No, like the football team's named after the people who were called the 49ers who did the gold rush. So
Wait,
it was
really?
1948 and 1949 was the gold rush in California. I love gold rush, so I just know this stuff. Gold rush
Of
era
course you do.
is like my favorite thing. I love the gold rush era of California. So yeah, 1948,
Interesting.
1949, everyone was coming from the east to go west, and they wanted to claim their spot of land and hope that it had gold. And they were prospectors, but they became known as 49ers because that's when they all, like, the gold rush really started. And that's why the team, the 49ers, are red and gold, is it's basically an homage back to the gold rush era.
Really?
And now you know.
And the more you know.
That's it.
Andrew's just going to do a history channel where he talks about the gold rush, and then I'll just be in the background.
You know that I could do just a full-on history channel of. I actually pitched that show as one of the versions of Graphic Grab Bag. So if you're just tuning in, this is a new show, a new format for the Adobe Live format. We actually have 2 more shows coming. One is called Imagibranding, where we take briefs from absolutely insane ideas and try to make them a reality in XD. And then the other one is called Ping Pong PSD, where we're going to have 2 photo compositors work on the same PSD 2 different days and see what they can build on it.
That's fun.
But one of the other shows was called Once Upon Design, and it was a show that was just stories about graphic design history. So we might get there eventually.
Wow.
But yes, there's much more content coming.
I think those are all really interesting. I kind of expected you to be like, I pitched it to National Geographic. Like,
Yes.
A show about rocks.
Yes. Oh, and Uriel says Drunk Design History. That was on the plan for Creative South 2020. It unfortunately didn't happen. We were gonna have a little after-hour segment, and it was gonna be real fun. Corey, where do I sign up for the show? Right here at behance.net/live. And we did have someone, Emily, submit to our Discord. How can I have you see? I will Slack it to you. You keep working there, and I'll get these, and I'll Slack them to you so that you can see them on the other side.
Okay, cool. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yes.
This geode is not as cool as I hoped.
So right now, it looks like we have, like, talk about your process a little bit about where you are right now and where you think you're going. And then, like, I'll ask you specific questions because I don't want to, like, lead you somewhere. What's going on in your brain, like, process right now?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to, like, choose a type shape that complements the shape of the geode, which is a little bit backwards. Like, I wouldn't say normally, like, let the illustrations like determine what your logo looks like, but because this is like a special one-off case, like, this is something I kind of want to see. So I'm trying to figure out, like, do I arch the type? Should it be more type? Do I also arch this type underneath of it? Like, where's like this like fun balance of intrigue and like interaction between like the type and the what's the word I'm looking for, illustration?
Yes. I was gonna say it looks like we're at the part where we've nailed down the elements, right?
Right.
Like the
and
brand, like elements, and we're like,
them.
how do they go together, right? And we talked about this yesterday, that I always look at design as scrapbooking. And like, this is a scrapbook. Like, we have all of our pieces out on the table. Like, our mom's making us some chicken nuggies, and I'm like, all right, let's like get them here. Let's like watch the ketchup. Don't drop any on here, but let's put these pieces together. All right, let's actually take a look real quick. So we had 2 people submit to our graphic grab bag so far. Great job, y'all. Let me push this button right here.
Will that
So
jump
first
over
up,
to
we
your
have
share?
Uriel. And Uriel has submitted Your Move Chess Club and Tutoring. Ooh.
Wow.
What a fun take. And I love that you've used the colors to create the checkerboard like chessboard as well as the illustrations of the knights. And I think my favorite thing is that you've made the OMG out of the markers. So I slacked them to you, Emily, if you want to look at it. So
I wasn't sure if my screen was still shared.
oh no, it's on my screen now. We're good.
Excellent.
So the OMG is not like individual letters. Like they took the marker pieces and created the letters, which is genius, right?
Wow.
Right? That it's like, oh, there's
I would
an
have
M
never
in
got
there.
there.
No, I would have
Yeah.
never seen the M.
No,
and
that's
I love that you
amazing.
found that. So fantastic job.
Really cool.
And
yeah.
then we have one more down here submitted by oh, it was in a DM. Let me look. There it is. By our friend Steve Casaboom. Doing a little bit of, we've got beveling here, we've got the rocks, and I
Ooh.
like that you've like separated it, and it has like that almost like tiger's eye glow to it.
We do like a good tiger's eye glow. I would
We
describe
do.
it that way.
It
yeah.
feels like rocky. I would love to see some texture on here to make it look like you're kind of like peering into the rock or like a marble. But fantastic job. Good job. If you guys are submitting them, feel free to send me a DM on Discord or post it in Discord over here on the chat right here. Actually, sorry, somebody put design other right here. Feedback, design other. You can drop them right there if you want to participate.
Ooh.
So, all right, Emily, let's hop back over to your screen and we'll check back in on Discord at the end of the show. So if you guys want to submit them, you can work along with us, submit in Discord, and we'll check that out at the end. See, my brain is in mine zone. You just
It's like,
submine.
we'll be mining later today.
Exactly,
The
yes.
mined cart. Okay, so there's like something kind of fun happening here. Like again, this is like a really big type lockup, so maybe like this would technically be like these two together would be our primary logo. And then this would be like the fun on a billboard, really extra type logo, you know?
Yep. And it looks like people are asking what you did somewhere. I'm trying to find what it is. There's 3 conversations happening in
Like
chat.
what's happening?
I think someone said with the geodes, did you use arc or art option to do that kind of smush on the
here?
geode? Yes.
A great question. So I did arc lower,
Yes.
but I did the negative version of that. So here, let me copy this and I'll show you kind of what happened here. I'm holding Option Shift Drag, which is giving me this really great copy paste option. If you don't Option Shift Drag, you should. It's very fun.
It is.
So if you choose the option or the arc lower, I did a negative, but this is what it would look like the positive version. It kind of expands and bows out the bottom part of it. But if you kind of want to keep a solid top line and then just like arc the bottom line, this is how you do that. And then there's also the opposite version where if you wanted to like shrink down like that, you could, or you can also make it like tall like that as well.
Yes. So I'm going to try to show you what's happening here with this piece of paper.
Oh, wow.
So basically the different versions, right? So using the arc is like bending it and making like an arc, right? Like that. Here, I'll go back to the main so you guys can see. So going here is like an arc like that, right? It's bending it. If you're doing the arc lower, I guess I'll use my fingers for this one. It's basically taking the rectangle and keeping the top in the rectangle, but arcing just the bottom part, right? So we have just the arc across the bottom, and then that either goes here or down there, depending on if you're going positive or negative. And then if you change it to arc upper, it will do the same thing, but it keeps the bottom at the angle. So the arc is either upper or lower, and it's just pushing it up or down in those basically. So that's how my hands explain design.
He said kind of goes like this actually. If
Exactly.
you could just,
Yeah. It goes like, it's like a little like kind of thing.
Gosh, okay, I'm gonna use all caps because it feels more balanced with the height of these letters. I feel like there's an opportunity, maybe that's not the right shape, but to pull out one of the shapes from here, I think could be like a fun little nod to, you know, the image I was using, or does that make sense, the design?
Yeah, that's really interesting. And that could be maybe what we use for like the like logo once removed.
Yeah.
If we're creating a family,
Once removed,
that,
the
like,
cousin of.
that becomes like the favicon, right? That is just like one little piece with maybe like the G on it or something that's like very, very pulled back so that we have different versions of that.
I like that idea. I think that's a great idea. Okay, I'm gonna do like one more. So I feel like I'm kind of like, I also was thinking maybe I should do like a script font, which is like maybe a little bit, played out, but I still have this.
And yes, someone in chat says 1726, not 1776. 76 is the America Day.
Thank you for my fact check. Yeah, 1726.
America Day.
Me just pulling in like something. Okay, yeah. I feel like I have a font ballpoint. I just feel like this is kind of like, this might be too feminine, so I'm just gonna try it. Wait, why am I spacing that? Never space a script font. Don't be crazy.
Never space a script font.
That is the original font sin. I'm gonna stroke it also, which is like not a great thing to do, but
it's not wrong. Do you have Beverly Drive?
I don't think so.
The Hood's font? Okay.
No, but I do look at it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so if you guys need a substitute for a script, there are a lot on Adobe fonts, but Amy and Jen Hood, who have been on a couple times, have a bunch of fonts. One's called Beverly Drive, and it is gorgeous script font. So we're just gonna rave about this font. Yes. Okay.
I do kind of like this as like.
You know what I can see this on the top of?
Is that cuter?
This to me sits on the top of like a Altoids can that maybe it has like little like and it's like Himalayan sea salt, but like,
ooh,
right?
Yeah, the pink is what's really getting us there. I feel
yes, I agree, and I think that like it fits on a tin really well. That even if it's like pieces of a geode or like mini geodes or something, that like it just feels like it fits in there so well.
Okay, now that you mentioned this, I kind of feel like that there were like some sort of mint, or maybe they're shaped like raspberries. I don't remember, but I feel like I remember this now from like childhood. Do you know what I'm talking about? They were like blue raspberry flavored, maybe.
Oh, like the Altoids that are like fruit
Yeah,
flavored?
Were they Altoids?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
No, yeah, they were like in like the 2000s. They were Altoids that were flavored like fruits, and they had like a dust on them. So I have a thing that like...
Dust?
No. So like nail files or grip tape or sandpaper, if I see someone filing their nails, like I just break down crying. Like I don't, it's one of those like extreme phobia kind of things. And like, it literally like feels like the world is coming to an end.
Oh my gosh.
And so I can't have Altoids because I can't touch them.
Wow. Do you have someone like feed them to you?
I will literally, like, if someone's like, oh, do you want an Altoid? Like I will need them to like place it in my palm, and then I just go like straight into my mouth. Like I can't actually touch it.
Wow.
Because the texture of them like in the box and just the texture of Altoids, like it literally like feels like I am dying, and I don't know what it is, but Altoids is one of those that I'm like, yep, I can't do it.
So this stream will not be sponsored by Altoids, is all we're gonna say.
Sorry, Altoids. Yeah, thanks for participating, but sorry, Altoids.
But the answer is not Altoids. I'm glad that your phobia was not cutting bangs, because that would have been a really unfortunate intro. Then
that's good.
Andrew asked me, he's like, hey, do you want to start cutting your bangs for the intro to this video? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. So we did it.
It kind of works. We love chaos here. Again, if you've ever watched any of my streams, I like to describe it as like a train that's off the rails, but it's like a circus. And so if it crashes, there's going to be like confetti and clowns.
Confetti. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is fun. Do you feel like the script is too much?
No, I think it's interesting. I think that we are definitely on the spectrum of like, this is the most possible that we could have, and we have like a couple versions of those,
and I'm gonna bring it back.
I was gonna say I know this is where we're going, is we're gonna start simplifying, editing down. And if you have trouble figuring out where you want to go, sometimes it's a good idea to just go as far as you can and then edit backwards
and then come back from it.
Yeah, so that you don't have to worry about like, oh, how do I make this simple, hip, like sleek logo? And it's like, dude, do all the things and then pull it back until you have just one thing.
I'm trying to think like what's like the same approach to that in other life, but I don't know. I feel like watercolors are the opposite, where you're like, just keep adding slowly and slowly.
That's true.
Okay, this is looking fun.
Yeah, Wade Acuff is in chat, moderator. He's an incredible illustrator, does digital painting.
What you got for
me,
Wade?
And he kind of does the same thing that we were talking about just in his work. He likes to talk about like, he builds his characters and just builds out like the structure of the characters, and then goes basically backwards into the details of, he like talks about sculpting it with light. that he goes in and
Oh,
like
very
sculpts the
cool.
character like out of the artboard instead of just like drawing the character as he goes. So
I love that.
Wade's amazing. If you haven't watched his live streams, click on his name, go follow Wade. He live streams, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I think he'll be live later today. One of my favorite illustrators, does amazing character work.
You know what I'm realizing here is I dropped a word again. Original. So, you know what that's going to mean is this is going to have to go back up the top, which is totally fine. Maybe we'll make that a capital? Call me crazy.
I do like the original kind of popping out from what that is. Like, that it's not the same, like, oh, it's just locked up. That it's like, oh, this is the, like,
really
cool
original.
accent. This makes it, like, high-end mineral geodes, not just,
yes,
like...
only the highest-end geodes.
Yes, you're
Nothing
paying...
less will do.
Yes, you're going to pay a lot more for these geodes specifically.
Okay, in my personal preference, I probably would make this one the sans serif, but I'm gonna try and challenge myself and keep this in this really fun, wacky, zany font typeface.
I don't think you need to.
You don't think I need to?
No, I think it looked really good matched to the bottom font.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the top one? Yeah,
These
no,
side ones,
I think
you
the
mean?
top ones good. The side ones, I think, can be there, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Voodoo Val dropping that Wade link. That's what's
What'd
up.
she say? Oh, she advertising out here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one then, since it like it's the wrong words. Embarrassing. Okay. What?
I do that so much. So I actually like to draw like a half circle on my artboard, and I have like a nether realm, and if something is wrong, I just copy it and like throw it into the nether realm. So I'm like, I might need you later, but like you're gonna sit in timeout until I need you.
The biggest thing you can take away from this stream is always copy and make duplicates of literally anything you're working on, because otherwise. Okay, I don't like it here as much on its own, so I feel like if it's on its own, I might kind of do it like, maybe I'll just leave it.
I wonder
Go
if
ahead.
we leave that, and then I wonder if there's some kind of, this is where we could incorporate one of the individual shapes and put them almost as like stars, like on either side. You know how like in wood type they would put like stars as accent? That it's just like a little piece of those on like either side of original or like on the edges of mineral, something that gives it like that little extra oomph.
Oof. You're talking about using this piece of this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna break it apart. Is that kind of what we're feeling?
Yeah, and then maybe
These
it
are
just
a little too
becomes
dynamic.
like that there's, you know, one piece of each. And I think the middle of that other gemstone that's there actually probably is what I'm talking about more.
Yeah, I think so too. The one that I had was like a little too wacky. Too zany, if there was such a thing.
Yeah, and then like next to either side on mineral or like tiny up by original, something that is just like a little accent here. Yeah.
Oh, that one's ugly. Not that one.
Wait, the Mousapillar.
What?
Wade, I'm gonna need you to Discord me the Mousapillar because I haven't seen it. They're talking about an illustration that Wade did. Can someone?
It sounds famous.
Yeah, can someone Discord me the Mousapillar so that we can highlight it, because I'm very excited. Also, something very good is happening on your design, Emily.
What?
Something very interesting and cool is happening with that.
Interesting in a good way, or interesting as like
no, in a great way.
So
of like
interesting.
It's almost becoming that terrazzo pattern, like scattered behind. I think that there's something to chase there. I think that's really interesting.
I'm gonna expand this because I don't know why this happens when you're like trying to click on a shape and you just can't because it's like still like live text. So I'm just gonna expand it, which is a destructive workflow. I apologize, but
you could also lock it, but yeah, we can do that.
Oh, I like don't lock anything. I don't know why.
Oh, I lock so much stuff. So I refuse to work in layers. I
refuse.
I literally like teach lessons about like, here's a proper workflow in Illustrator using layers, and like 0% do I actually use that. All right, we're gonna hold on. We're cutting away. We're gonna look at the Mousapillar.
Cut away and look at the Mousapillar, please.
This is fantastic. So this is the kind of stuff that Wade does. It is weird. It is wonky. It is just like so good, but so out there. And he's like a full-on like massive nerd, which I love. And so I love living in his little fantasy worlds with these weird little things. Like I want this guy to sit on my shoulder and just like tell me about how to design. I'll slide it to you, Emily. I'll slide it to you after, so you can look at it after.
I just saw it in my chat. Wow.
Okay, good.
Wow. I don't even. That's amazing. How do you make that?
I know, he's incredible. Okay, this is now a Wade Acuff stream.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
If you guys want to take over, because I need to understand how to make a mythical creature. Like if I saw that in a textbook somewhere, I'd be like, oh, that's really an animal. Like I have no doubt that that's an animal.
Yep. I also think I think that this is becoming a brand because I think that you could do a pattern of like
The mouse
our
pillar?
no sorry.
Oh, I was
I'm
like,
back to
I'm
looking at your
afraid.
screen. Yes. Like the pattern that you're making, doing the different colors, and then like you could do like a full like social media pattern to where like the pieces are kind of around. Like it
Ooh, okay,
becomes
yes.
more than just like the gemstones. It's like the individual pieces are like really building to something.
Thank you. Thank you for this brave review. I really appreciate it.
I love it.
I'm gonna bring in, okay, I need to bring in our burned orange because it is his time to shine over here.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can like incorporate all the colors and see if this doesn't look like.
It's so good. Oh, it's getting so good. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to like stand up and like
Would you
rip
say
down my green
OMG?
screen
It's
and
getting
like
so good.
do a lap around my room. So Emily and I used to work together, and there was a level of goodness that if something was amazing enough, like we would have
just
to like
run.
yes, like stand up from our desk and we would just like do a lap in the office. It was just it felt like it needed to happen, and I feel like we're getting there.
Did.
Emily. It's gone from being like
horrible to better.
Well, no, it's like turning into what I think we wanted it to be, like this high end
It's true.
kind of mineral brand, and it feels like young and hip and cool now with this pattern, and it's like it just has a different attitude, I think.
Attitude. Okay, I'm gonna just talk about this really fast. I was originally gonna do this like really cool like depth of design with using like different colors to get like some dimension, but I think just because that typeface again is so wonky, I'm gonna just like make these monochromatic for now, and if there's like a real moment to shine, I could see them still having the depth, but for now I'm gonna keep them like this, keeping in mind also that I do want to bring in that texture. So okay, also hear me out, I do kind of want to see this as a pattern now because it just seems really fun.
I agree. Can we do one thing? Can you make a copy of that lockup that we just did with all the pieces in the background?
Okay.
And I really want to see it to where like the background colors are like the lighter colors, and then the black is like the burnt orange or something. So like we get all the colors happening, and it might be too much. We're gonna have to balance a little bit.
Challenge accepted.
Right, but I think that there's something there that like that can become like a fun 2-3 color kind of thing. Yes. Yes, that.
Okay,
right? That it becomes like a cool like two-tone interaction.
I do love a good two-tone interaction. I'm expanding this right now because I had it as a typeface and it had a stroke on it, and these both don't have a stroke, so I'm just gonna make this into like a solid compound, so I can
so you can eyedropper it.
Sample it, yeah. Because what do I love more than the eyedropper?
That's
I feel like this is lighter actually. I don't think this is the true burnt orange. Burned, sorry, I just keep forgetting it.
I spelled it wrong, so we're
I just keep roasting you about it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I'll take it. I deserve it.
We're good enough friends. It's okay.
You watch the start of a sketch and then you turn it for maybe 15 seconds and then it's 2 new dimensions. Yes, that is Wade. I like that we're just talking about Wade in the chat.
So we're gonna be forming a fan club now if anyone wants to join.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, this is really fun. I do like that. This would be like if I was gonna screen print this and I was really limited in like the amount of colors I could use,
Emily, we have a friend in chat. Amy Hood just showed up. We literally were just
goodness.
We literally just talking about you, Amy. We were talking about Beverly Drive because we were looking for like a good script to like pair with this. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so Beverly Drive. It felt right. And I don't think Emily had it, so we didn't put it in. But we were talking about it.
I don't have it.
And it is fantastic. Again, Amy's here. She's a big fan of Adobe Live, I think. I don't know. They're great. The hoods are awesome. We love them.
We stand.
Yes, and we're glad that you're here.
You guys know what you should do? You guys should do a stream of you guys developing a typeface, because Andrew, you build typefaces, and it blows my mind. And they both build typefaces. I feel like
that's true. That'd be a fun like segment to do, like a type design segment, because that is a whole nother world.
It's crazy. I feel like you should plug your typefaces, because Andrew used to spend every summer developing a new typeface, which was the craziest thing. And when we first met, I didn't even know that like people made typefaces. Like I really wasn't sure where they came from. And so he was like, oh yeah, every year I just like I built a typeface, and it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. You're a wizard.
True. They do exist. And if you turn into Adobe office hours on every Friday at 2:30 p.m. PST, maybe you'll get them for free. Yes, collab font, that would be fun. Yeah,
you guys would be unstoppable. That'd be crazy.
Let's talk about that. That would be a fun stream and be like a fun product. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yes, I made a lot of fonts. They're not great though. Here's the thing. I did make fonts, but they're very specific. So yes, I would definitely say like my like tagline was typefaces only a mother could love, because you know like, oh, you have a face that a mother could love, because there are very like on brand for me in like just dirty, crazy smash type kind of stuff. And so yeah, I made a lot, but they were not at the caliber of the Hood's fonts. But they were very right for the specific use that they were. So if you tune into Office Hours on Fridays, I do a lot of giveaways. Those are my go-to giveaway. So tune in every Friday, 2:30 p.m. and maybe you'll win some free fonts.
Okay.
Ooh, OMG.
Hear me out. We should probably make a stamp, because like if you're gonna have a geode, you gotta like stamp your geode, right?
Yes, we should definitely make a stamp.
We're just really gonna be highlighting type on a path tool because it's very exciting.
Yes.
Wow, I could just probably type in a value.
I do that so much to where like I'm like, oh, I just need to move it by like 1 or 2, and then I get like 10 in, and I'm like, why am I still going 1 by 1?
Right. We were talking about that yesterday. I feel like that's like when you design with someone else watching you. Like if you're just designing on your own, you'll sit there and just like let it go. But if someone else is watching, you're like, oh, I should probably do this like the right way.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna shorten this to our OMG and see if this could be like a cool like. There's like a Archie thing happening here, so maybe we try that. I don't know. Let's see.
And I can definitely see this as almost as like a double stamp, right? Like this would go out on like the top of a tin or a box or something, to where we'd have one person doing the yellow stamp and then one person doing the black stamp. And let's actually try this. So once we get it locked up, Emily, let's try something.
I'm always down to try something.
All right, so let's make a copy, of course, because we...
Hold on.
Oh,
Do we like this OMG? I kind of feel like it should be like I wanted it to like mimic what was happening here with this like bottom arch situation, but maybe it should just be like rising or be like on its own. Like
I vote no. Like I think that just having it
just no.
Oh man, like maybe.
Remember like how we had like a triangle happening yesterday? Like it was kind of fun.
Yes. Sorry. I actually really like the triangle on the rise. I liked the triangle on the rise a lot.
The triangle on the rise, is that even allowed? Am I gonna break any rules if I do this?
Yeah, no, triangle on the rise is totally no. I like really go for it. Like if you're gonna do it,
really
like
go
really
for
push
it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is that even like a letter at that point anymore?
I like it. I think it's interesting. Okay, the chat loves it. Oh, the skew. Yes, I vote yes.
Oh, the skew.
And then just line it up in there.
The audacity.
I also like that.
Ooh, I don't know.
Like right. When we get excited about something as creatives, I think that our like octaves change.
It's so true.
And so when something interesting happens, I'm like, ah. Okay, so here's the thought.
Okay, I'm gonna just say like this is the mark for now.
Love it.
It's kind of like whatever.
Okay, so let's make a copy of that.
Okay. For non-destructive workflow.
Yes.
Should I like put like lines, like divider lines in here? Does that like feel like it's more like clearly readable?
No.
All right. Never mind. It's great how it is. Okay, let's go. What did you say?
Okay,
so make a copy.
Let's make a copy of that. And so this is my insider secret trick. So let's make a copy, and then
sorry, it's too close to that one.
What we're gonna do is we are going to take the gemstone and make it like big, so it bleeds over.
Big.
Okay, and then. Big. That's probably too big, but it'll show what I'm talking about. So now take all the black and select it, and instead of being black, change it to a 97% black. So all zeros and then 97. 97. So this will appear, and it will basically like think that it's black, but change it to multiply. Okay. And so what happens is with 100% multiply, it doesn't do anything, but if we zoom in there, you'll get those little interactions with slight difference, right? It looks like a little bit stampy. And the lower you take that black, if you take it to like 95, 92, it will start to show that interaction more, but it will look like it's still black.
I don't know why it changed numbers on me here.
Oh, it will do that. So if you take it to like 92 or whatever, it will still do the same thing.
Ooh.
Right? So you can see.
I mean, OMG.
OMG.
OMG, amazing.
Yes.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to hit save because I'm a little bit worried about if I try and do this, but I'm going to pull in that texture and see if now is like it's time to shine.
Okay, so before we do that, let's actually just go for it. There's a question before we keep going here. Voodoo Val says, Emily, did any other artist brands projects inspire the direction you took for this? Are you keeping inspiration in mind, or are you kind of just going with the flow?
Sorry, that was like the longest wheel of death situation as I tried to place this file in here, but we've recovered. Ooh, I'm really worried about this texture. I have kind of just kept like traditional type lockups in mind as I was working. Like, I feel like if I look at this, if this also said like baseball, I would totally believe it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of pulled in like traditional style for this. And that's kind of just, I don't know, a safe bet to go if you're not really sure where to take the brand. And this is like all fictional anyhow. So that's kind of where I was pulling from, just mentally. But I don't actually know any crystal brands. So if you do, would love to hear more.
Oh yes, if you are as they call a crystal queen, let us know of some crystal brands. Emily, I should have saved it. I saw a crystal brand last night. It like organically came up on my TikTok, I think.
That's fantastic.
So it's basically glasses, right? And they rip off the like arms of the glasses, and they attach a chain. It's like a super long, thin chain. And at the end of the chain is like a little crystal that like hangs down. And you basically take the chain and put it over your ears. And then the front of the glasses like rests on your nose, and the chains go down and then hang down like earrings. And they're like little crystal things that like it wraps around your ear and it keeps the glasses on your face.
That's actually crazy.
It was the coolest thing. And I was like, oh, this feels right for crystals. All right, we're going crazy, Emily. Where are we? What's happened? We have a change of scenery.
Does my library import into this? My first question.
Yeah, so library's up under layers. No, it was there. So Windows.
Hold on. Zoom thinks I'm like trying to click on it.
Windows. Also, chat, if you ever see me do this, it's because my monitor that has my guest screen is literally in front of one of my studio lights. And so it's just like looking into the sun.
Just shining so bright. What can I say?
So that'll load in just a second. And yes, Amy, the glasses stay on. Yes, so they're like heavy crystals. So it's basically like the tension of the chain pulls them back onto your face, and then they weigh down like earrings. So we're in Photoshop now, Emily. Sorry.
I'm not sure what that was, but I'm sure it's going to be fine.
I know. There's a lot of times that something pops up and I just go, sure. And then we see what happens.
Sounds great. So I'm opting to do this in Photoshop versus Illustrator just because I think Photoshop can handle this file size a little bit better.
This is the correct answer.
Is it? Okay. So I'm just going to drop it like this. And Andrew's going to love it because he thinks I'm going to keep it in the black color, but I'm not. So I'm going to try and find, I know.
Make it black.
Yeah. Andrew is like the grittiest texture person I've ever met.
It's true.
It's,
So what you could do here.
Tell me what you would do here.
I'm not mad about that, but I think it's interesting.
I love it.
So what I would do here is I would do a like color overlay on the texture of like
I was just thinking that kind of
of either a dark gray or something. You click on the layer, right click on the layer.
Oh.
And then go to blending options.
Right
at the top, first one.
Is that the issue?
Yep.
Oh.
Blending options, and then turn on color overlay down in the middle, bottom left, up, color
there
overlay.
She is.
Nope, that's color. Oh yeah, that's it. And then change that to like a gray or whatever color you want, and that way you can kind of multiply and play with it a little bit better.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's not how I would have done that. That's really awesome. Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit of a workaround, and you are going to need to compress that layer down. So make a empty layer underneath it.
Oh, new layer. And I'm just going to go ahead and click both. Yeah.
And then
maybe don't apply.
Not that, there we go. Click on the top one of Command E.
Command E.
Yep. Boom. And Command E just merges down. Yes. So now they're merged down. It's just how we want it with that color. There's better ways to do that, but that's the way that I like to do it. And then you can...
Me describing my process. There's better ways to do it, but that's how I do it.
Yeah. You can link those files so it will only show up in what's hitting the file underneath it, like you had right there. Yep. There we go.
You know, I think it's the scale that's doing it for me. Like, I kind of want it to be like more...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Like I kind of just want it to be like more intense, which this might be like an issue because now I'm just gonna have to like do this individually for all of them.
You know what you can do?
Is there a better way to do this bad thing that I'm doing?
This is such a hack.
Tell me the
this is
hack.
totally what I do. Clone stamp. So like literally put the texture on one of them and then just clone stamp from that one onto wherever you want it on the other one, and that way you can stay on one layer, right?
Okay, and so why that's genius, here, let's say it and make sure that I'm following this thought pattern. So because I wanted the smaller scale, if I clone stamp it, then it's going to be at the smaller scale, right?
Yes, exactly. So like,
wow.
Yep.
Andrew.
So I do that all the time to just make sure that it's staying like, if I need like a texture that has a weird anything on it, I can just clone stamp texture to texture and then put it wherever I want, because texture doesn't matter. Like there are no edges to the texture.
Texture doesn't matter. And
so now if you just link that file or that layer to the one underneath it, you can clone stamp as much as you want and it like won't show up anywhere else, and you can kind of finagle exactly how much texture you want. Right?
I probably should have like lined this up better. So I'm like getting all like into my screen here.
Yes, and Voodoo Val, you could also make it a pattern, clipping mask it, and then scale the pattern tiles down. Yes. There are a million ways to do things. Also, Voodoo Val does the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges. And so
Val, she's like crying watching me do this right now.
Yes, exactly. Val, when's your next setup for Daily Creative Challenges? I love Val's challenges. They're fun and goofy, just like me. We're both nerds in our hearts.
Fun and goofy.
And so yeah, Val, if you're doing another one, everyone make sure you tune in for it because it's a fun time.
Okay, so I'm gonna just like, yeah, we'll just do it here.
So we're gonna export a PNG out of here, and then I think what we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna take that into Illustrator and then just crop out those individual pieces. Or are you going to try to auto trace it? That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Oh no, I think that would for sure crash my computer. I love the idea and the sentiment. I'm gonna try one just to see if this will work.
Don't do it. No, don't try to auto trace.
No, don't do it. No, I wasn't gonna auto trace it. Sorry, I was gonna drop the texture in here and do it as a vector.
Okay, do that, and then
this could be a poor choice. Should I do it? Should I not?
Do it. Let's see what happens. All right, chat. If everything, I'm not even gonna say it. This is gonna work and it's gonna be great. You just stick around for the non-technical issues that we're about to have, and everything is gonna go so smoothly.
So smoothly. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. I'm gonna learn how to drag this. Why is it like being so silly?
Okay, Voodoo Val is the current instructor right now for the Daily Creative Challenges. So make sure that you tune in every day. I believe that they happen at 9:30 or 10. Val, let us know what time. And then Val is back at the end of April, which means Val and I are doing creative challenges together.
Wow.
That's right. I'm doing the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenges at the end of April. So Val and I will be hanging out, being your guides to the world of Adobe at the end of April.
Wow, that was a great plug.
Yes.
Yes.
There it is.
Nope. All right. We're not even going to do it. Just we're going to let that go. That's a big no.
That's 100% what I was waiting for. So I work with a lot of texture and love to just like, I have a supercomputer like literally next to me with like all the lights and everything. So I push super hard to get crazy textures. And the second I see the warning that pops up that says, this document has stopped auto-saving because of its size, that's when I'm like, Andrew, you've gone too far.
That's how we know. Andrew has done it.
We've pushed too much, and that's what we just did.
And I put that here. Amazing.
And then what can be easy is we can actually probably just make copies of that and then crop into certain pieces.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and clipping mask it. That's how I would do it. But if you have another preference, more than welcome to.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How would you have done it?
Sure. I would have made 5 copies and then cropped the actual image.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but
I tend to like
this works.
Crop one in and then just kind of like show and hide until we get there.
Yes. Also, I love watching these streams and Adobe Live because I feel like I would have done things differently, Val would have done things differently, and all of us at the same time are like, I think that we're doing it wrong. Like collectively, we've decided that we're all doing it wrong, and then it just leads us to like, is there actually no right way? Like, is that the truth? Is that there's no right way to design? And I think that that's the answer. There's no right way. Yeah.
Okay, so here I am getting this like texture from my grab bag. We should have like a checklist of like, did Emily like use the font? Yes. Did she use the texture? Like maybe just, and like a cool sound effect and like a little confetti release while I do it. That'd just be my preference.
Oh,
but
I could do this right now live. I could make the list on the screen and put it there.
Could you do it?
All right. Yes. You keep working. If y'all see weird things happening on the
Okay.
screen, also, if I'm not supposed to do this, I'm gonna get in trouble. Somebody slack me, but I'm gonna do it, and I'll put the elements, and then we can check them off as we go. So you keep going, Emily. Everyone else, weird things may happen on your screen, but we're gonna do it.
When you say weird things, like, could you like quantify what a weird thing would be? Okay,
No.
never mind. Don't even worry about it. I was just like, you know, they're like side effects. Like you like want to know what the side effects are going to be. I feel like that's kind of where I was at, but
Yeah, there will be just like random things that might pop up on the screen a little bit.
and it's gonna be totally fine. Okay.
I love. See, this is the fun kind of live production that isn't as stressful as yesterday.
Yesterday was really tough. We're not even gonna say it wasn't. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do these like with and without the geode of like when we are not allowed to do that. Create outlines. Okay. And by not allowed to, I mean like if there was a constraint of this needed to be printed in black and white. And if that was a constraint, what I would probably do is just turn this back into the outline mode. Which like this is gonna be an ugly preview, but like maybe something. Well, I'll just pull back to the original one. Where's our little outline girl? Here she is. Oh, let me keep zooming in on the wrong thing. Okay. So if this was like a one color job, I'd probably do something more like this.
All right, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Things are actually happening right now.
I'm cracking up. She said, Emily needs a warning. I said, yes, I do need a warning. After yesterday, I'm a little traumatized. I'm like, what's going to happen? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So something like kind of like that. Again, I would probably do a little bit differently, but y'all get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's do, oh, and then this one too. I feel like it needs something else. Like it just like isn't really singing for me, you know?
Yep.
So I'm gonna like give it like maybe a little bounding box guy. Because you know what this would be great for? Using my graphic style. That'd be crazy.
Oh, that's true. We did have a graphic style. I need to add that to our little list that I'm currently putting on here that like doesn't look great, but like it's kind of working for now.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
In the future, we will have a good one of these because this is a great idea to have a checklist as we hit them. I will make like a good version of this for our next version of the show. But for now, here is our checklist ongoing. We will check back in on that. I'm gonna do some more formatting on my end, and then we will get this going. It's gonna be awesome. All right, Emily, continue.
Emily's having an issue over here. Okay, is that my graphic style? No. What's happening with my graphic style here?
The graphic style is in. Oh, what's happening is you probably just placed the image and not the actual object. And so make sure that you go in to the library, and when you place it, hold Alt or Option, and that will place the actual object, and that will give you the graphic style.
Did it appear?
Yes.
There she is. All right. Thank you. I like this live support. It's very helpful.
All right. Things are going really well. So I'm going to try to make a nice little checklist for us to look at.
Love it.
Yes. And Lay says, I lost you guys yesterday, but Andrew, I was wondering if you could repost your awesome terrazzo hack that you shared yesterday.
Ooh, I missed that.
Yes. Val, if you have the link to yesterday's, I believe it was somewhere in the middle. There also is a daily creative challenge that I did. It is in the World Tour version of Creative Challenge. And it is the challenge where we built an animal using simple shapes. And I walked through it on how to make a turtle shell in that episode as well. If you can find it, it is an Adobe Creative Challenge. And it is the Illustrator World Tour version.
Okay, could I enter this like gemstone that I made as a turtle? Because I feel like it kind of works.
Oh, we made it. Can we make a green version so it's just like a little turtle?
So it's just like everything that we've ever wanted.
Yes.
Okay, and then I will do. I don't know. I feel like this like rising one is like a little bit wild. I might do it more like that just to keep a little bit more consistency here.
If anything encompasses the working relationship between Emily and I I'll have some crazy idea and she'll roll with it for like a time, and then when it comes down to like actually doing something, it's like, okay, cool, so I'm just gonna make this little change right here real quick, and just like it just goes
I totally do that, don't I?
Oh, 100%. And I totally am okay with it, because usually my ideas are a little too out there, a little too crazy, and so I love when that happens, and it's like, all right, it's happening, it's definitely happening.
You know what? Because I respect that you always have ideas that I would like never. It's like very unlikely that I would get to, and so I always appreciate it. But then I'm like, I just am not like seeing where this is going.
Yeah, like I love that journey for you.
I'm not sure if I'm prepared for that journey.
Exactly.
But...
Yes, there is a journey happening that may or may not be something that we're both journeying on.
Okay, I'm gonna add the OMG in there to like give us a little more leg room, I'm gonna say, but just kind of like balance us out a little bit more.
Yes, and Voodoo okay. Val is asking. Yes, Val, I'm gonna look it up for you right now. Sorry, continue on, Emily.
Here I am, continuing on. This is interesting. I kind of like it. I'm not mad about it. That's also a phrase that Andrew and I use of not necessarily sure if we love it, but we're just like we don't hate it.
Yes.
So it's just like I'm not mad about it. Like I don't love it, but I'm not mad about it.
Yes, 100% is like if it's good, then I don't hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's good, then I don't hate it.
Yes, and it was September, Voodoo Val. September was the world tour of last year. So I think it was mid-September.
Okay, cool. I kind of like that. Okay. So there's just like some other little fun things happening in here. And then I feel like there could even be like a scaled back version of this where I would like delete this out, maybe delete the outer one.
No wrong answers at this point.
Anything goes, kids. Okay. And then I'd probably like, yeah, to give that authentic stamp, because no one stamps like, it's got to have a little bit of...
It's...
Did those sounds clarify what I meant?
Yes, I think we all understand exactly what you meant. There's a...
From all my days of my clerical work of stamping. Just
what a joy, yeah. I've stamped quite a few things in my day.
You know what? I believe that.
I don't know why. I've made a couple stamps, but I haven't made like a lot of stamps.
Bring back the potato stamp, am I right?
Oh, potato stamp.
Potato stamps were a hot commodity.
Did anyone else in their design classes make a potato stamp, like a stamp of a potato?
Me. Well, not of a potato, but like with a potato.
With a potato, yes. That was in my class.
Prepositions here are very serious, not with.
So when I...
Not... Sorry, go ahead.
And, but, nor are my favorite words. Little conjunction junction.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, that's like a little bit too much, but it's still kind of fun. So I'm just gonna.
No, I like it. I don't think it's too much.
No, wear it. It's great. It looks great on you.
Emily, I missed all the gems in the background. That's fantastic.
Isn't
I don't know
cute?
how I didn't see that. It's cute.
These
it's
are
really
our
cute.
little textured girls. They just showed up wearing their, best textures.
Yes, and thank you, Voodoo Val. Melbourne Challenge number 3 at the link that Voodoo Val has supplied with us. What an absolute gem Voodoo Val is.
What a gem.
Get it? Gem.
Actually, I think someone responded to my story yesterday and said that, and I was like, wow, that was a good pun that we did not get.
It's true.
And a very sweet thing to say. But I was like, wow, they really were ready. Okay, so I'm going to organize these in kind of more of like a 1 color, 2 color situation here. So if this were an actual brand, then we would get where that was going. Okay, cool.
We're like actually somewhere. Like, I don't know when we got there, but like we have almost arrived. I
would like to say that we started here and we are almost somewhere. Like, I wouldn't feel embarrassed to like show this to somebody.
Yeah, it's almost like we started from the bottom and now we're here. We're here.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh yes, let's hydrate. Let's all, everyone at home, if you are here and you have hydration near you, let's all hydrate.
Just take a brief moment. So I feel like maybe I need to incorporate this. What?
That was so funny because the music soundtrack that we had, the song ended right as you were like, let's breathe and take a moment. And then it was just quiet and just like a subtle like...
Can you just hear me drinking water?
It's ASMR for the day, everyone.
Oh, love it. Okay. So I need to like use the textured swatches. I think those are the only thing I haven't used yet. Let me refer to my library. Chat, call me out if I haven't.
Oh yeah, let me turn on our little thrown together list here. So
yeah.
It looks so bad. So we have graphic styles, we have the texture, we have typography, we have the colors, and then we have the little swash marks. So I think that we have checked off all of the things except for the little extra marks.
Okay, so that's my last thing I have to do then, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is good. This is good. So
Yes.
I'm thinking I'll do this kind of approach, but I'm also not sure. Oh,
I think yeah, what if we use them in combination with some of the things that chat have been giving us of the like what a gem and like
cute,
right? That it's like, you know, charged
yes.
and whatever. Like I think that could be a fun, those are like just extra little tags. Oh, they're so cute.
Andrew,
Whoa.
this typeface is you. This like is such a you typeface. I love it.
It's so true. It's so true. Also, chat, if you are just joining us, this is a show called Graphic Grab Bag. It's a new show here on Adobe Live. That's what it's called over there. And we have given Emily a Creative Cloud library with assets. She had to create something on the randomly given to her asset library. It is available to all of you as well. If you want to go to bit.ly/graphicgrabbag, you can download this, sync your Creative Cloud library, and create something of your own. If anyone else has created something in chat, let me know and I'll check the Discord. Yeah, let me know where you put it and we will highlight it on the stream. And on that note, in about 25 minutes, we'll be highlighting a creative spotlight today. It's a super fun portfolio, really great work. So make sure you stick around for that. And then we're going to continue on with Emily as well. Oh no, it's getting so good.
Oh no, is it? Okay, these are really cute. I kind of think, okay, hear me out. If this is like our little like branded reduced stamp, it's still a little bit busy, but maybe this gets to come in as like a little like, this is like a branded statement or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, and what if we even do, I was going to say like a color like stamp over a text or something? Like it is like, it's small, but like it's in a color and it stamps over.
Wait, say it again. Sorry, I think I like, it wasn't listening. My design brain was thinking.
I like that you kind of tried to come up with an excuse. And
yeah, and I was like, I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was thinking about
I just
the letters.
wasn't listening. Of like making that a color and then stamping it like over the black or whatever.
Making this a color. The stamp a color?
Yeah, and then it like is over the text a little bit.
Yes. Okay. I love that.
Okay.
I am so sorry. It was like I was trying to read the letters OMG and then
I definitely have done that before in meetings that I'm just like, hey, I didn't listen. I
was listening, but it was like just with my eyes, I think. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. Should we remove the E in OMGO'd so it's OMGO'd? I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think that's cute because then it's like an ode, like a poem about our geodes.
It is. I like that.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna leave this in the front. Okay, I'm just gonna say this also. If my computer would not crash, if I was gonna use that texture in Illustrator, I would totally like texturize this little stamp girl so she feels more stampy.
Oh, that's true. You could texturize it in Photoshop real quick and then bring it back over and then auto trace it. Do that.
Well, here I go. Sounds like I'm gonna do that.
Hey everyone, I've committed to the stream of what Emily's gonna be working on for us. Yeah, if we take it over, you can just do a channel mask. Oh, I'm gonna show you how to do so many cool things. I think you already know how to do this. It doesn't matter.
All right. Channels. Oh, channel mixer. Whoops.
All right, so we're gonna drop the texture on top.
Oh wait. Okay. Can I just use like? Well, all right. Texture.
Got it? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to turn off your stamp.
Goodbye.
And then go to channels right up next to layers. Nope, right there. Yep, over left, right there.
Channels.
And then we're going to option or command click on the thumbnail of RGB. Yep, right there. And so what it's doing is it's selecting everything that is not clear. And it's selecting it at the value. Oh man, I'm gonna get so technical, but I'm so excited. So it's selecting every pixel at the value that it is based on black to white. So if it is a 50% gray, it is selecting 50% of that pixel, right? So now we are going to simply, yes, click on our stamp. And then we are going to, yep, turn it on. And then we are going to turn off the texture. And you can see our selection there. So that's the selection of what's selected on the black and white. And now you're going to go down and make a clipping mask with that selection. So the little left right there. And watch what happens.
Wow.
Boom. So now we can invert that clipping mask. Just Command I. Oh, nope.
Oh, sorry. I meant to do it on the texture, not the color.
There you go. And so now we have this awesome little stampy. And what it's done is it's taken the black and punched it out and taken the white and kept it there. Oh yeah, we can totally make it black by pulling that down. Great. And then we can leave it like this, or we can auto trace it once we get back in InDesign. Illustrator. Either of those are going to be totally fine.
Stamp 2.
Yes. And if the link isn't working, sometimes the bit.ly links get a little wonky. Val, if you want to drop the direct link in there as well, we can use that one as well.
Okay. She's beautiful.
We love a textured queen.
OMG, a textured queen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and image trace this. I'm going to do sketch art. Is that what you suggest?
I would do black and white logo. Yep. And then
wow.
Go to your settings. Yeah, go to your settings.
Hold on. I'm going to say something here, which might be like an unpopular opinion, but I usually do sketched. Oh, dang it. I just pressed it. I usually do sketched art because then it takes out the background. Then I have to like already transparent and I don't have to do remove white.
Love that. So
is that okay?
Yeah. So you also can save custom settings on your auto traces. And so I have 3 or 4 that I use that are saved with specific settings that I like to use. And so I don't use any of the regular ones. I usually
custom only.
Custom only. We're a bougie here. And thanks, Val.
Okay.
All right.
That was the
good.
best.
Yeah. And then you're going to want to expand that so that we have like the actual vectors.
I literally will just play with these sliders for like, oh, that might be a little too much. All right. I'm going to do that for the sake of time. Okay. Beautiful. Love this. And the best part, now she's vectorized. So she's scalable. Just can't get better.
Yes. Oh, and Val is asking, can we walk through that one more time and kind of go step by step? Because it's really cool. And I didn't realize that we just went over it.
Let's do it with this one just to give us like a little more fun. So I'm just like directly copying a vector in as a pixel just because that's like easy.
Yep.
But okay, and then I'm gonna put it under the texture, correct?
You actually don't need to do that part. Since we already have it, you can just right click on the, or command click on the mask. No, down below, right there. Not command click.
I option clicked.
Yep. There we go. And it'll make that selection for us. And then, yep, you can make that same clipping mask.
Wow, my mind is blown again.
Right. And now when we take it over into Illustrator, we can walk through those steps once we get into Illustrator of how to auto trace something that gives you kind of that vector look.
Should we show them like how we did that like fancy texture thing though?
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Okay. So here's this. I pasted in my vector. And then we're going to come here we're going to come on the texture layer right to channels. And I'm going to command click.
So you need to have the stamp turned off and the texture turned on. So when you're working with channels, it's only going to use what is showing. Regardless of what you have on the artboard, it's going to take basically just the look of whatever's on the artboard. So yes, with just the texture, we are going to grab everything on the RGB, which means it's selecting any pixel that's not clear. And then what do we do, Emily?
I command click the RGB and now it's all selected and I'm going to click a layer mask. No, I'm not. Yeah?
Yep.
Am I gonna do that?
So we're going to turn off the texture and on the stamp.
Okay. And then I'm going to click layer mask.
But we need it on the stamp.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm also going to scale down my stamp. Is that possible? Oh no.
Oh yeah. That's not going to happen yet.
Thing. All right. Well, you know what? That was just walking through it. That's how you would do it.
That's how you would do it, man. The amount of times
and then I'm
that
just
I've done
gonna
that.
use. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Oops. And then I'm gonna like. I feel like this isn't gonna be textured enough. I feel like I'm really gonna lose a lot of data here.
Maybe it'll be fine.
You think so?
Yeah. Then again, my definition of textured enough is very different than most people's definition of textured enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see the shape? All right, we're good to go. All right, so
you
now
got the general idea, right?
We're back in Illustrator and we're going to place that stampy texture that we have. And then what do we do now?
So I placed it and then I'm going to come up here to the live trace, and I'm gonna do sketched art and see what it renders, which actually looks pretty good, but I'm gonna give it a little finesse, as they say, increase a little bit of the noise in the paths, or just play around with it a little bit and just see what they do.
And noise is so the threshold is how dark it is, and then the paths is how much detail it picks up, basically. Noise is how small of a detail it picks up. So if you take that high, it's only going to get like big chunks. If you take it low, it gets little pixels.
So I kind of got it where I wanted it. So then I'm going to click expand, and now I have this like beautifully textured stamp here that I can officially stamp and say, yes, indeed, OMG Geodes, or OMG Geodes did say this. So I'm just going to...
Oh, it looks so good. It looks so cute. Really good, yeah.
I love this. Very fun. Okay. You know what's gonna be really cute? This isn't like a great solution for those swashes because I think they're feeling like a little left out. But wouldn't it be so cute if it was just sitting on like... I like this one because he's only single.
Here's the thing. Like, what? I think it's going good enough that the swatches can be like... Literally, we checked them off the list and they exist somewhere in the universe, but like they're not a big thing because I think everything else looks so much better.
I know, right? Which is not to your fault at all. That's to my fault of like not working with the design enough.
I think that I mean, it's the equivalent. And again, this show, literally, if you haven't picked it out, is literally just chopped for design, the cooking show. It's like the equivalent of like, oh, I use the baking grease in whatever. Like, you still got it. Totally counts. Like, it's in there, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay, one thing I was thinking is maybe I could like merge these somehow. Like, I almost want to like...
Are we gonna like Pathfinder it out? That's not gonna look good.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything good. Ooh.
No.
I kind of... maybe I don't.
Make them both compound paths, but like separately. So make that one Command 8.
Command 8?
Yeah, it's the hotkey for compound path. Same thing on the bottom one, and then you can Pathfinder them.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe something like that would work, but it might just get confusing. Okay. Hold on. And then what if I had actually put... Stay with me here.
We are literally like the design equivalent of a seesaw, because like you started doing things and I was like, and you're like, wait, what if we...
Like, I'm gonna bring it back. It's gonna be okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm gonna bring this onto the front, and I'm just gonna set this on multiply so I can just see what it's doing. This might be like way too much, but because I really wanted to get some sort of like depth or texture with color, so maybe this is like the way that we do it. Okay, yeah, that kind of worked how I thought it might. And now I have like...
I'm not mad about it.
You're not mad about it, right?
I'm not
like
mad about it. Yeah.
Like, it's not your... Actually? Wait, it's kind of cute. Did we make something cute?
I'm still not mad about it.
I'm like not mad about it.
Okay, can we also... I'm just curious. So like the What a Gem one up on the right. I want to see what it looks like with the text and like the stamp in a color and then the swatch in a color. Like if that is just color and not black.
Like full color?
If it makes the swatch any less like throwaway-y. If it's just like, cool, this is just a bunch of color like clashing kind of together.
Okay. So let's see. Let's do this one in like a dark color because that's gonna be like my gray equivalent maybe. And we'll do that as like a solid yellow seal, and then this is like a light... Oh my. What a gem.
It's a lot.
Okay, this could kind of work.
I'm getting Alexis Rose from Schitt's Creek vibes from Emily, and Andrew
David.
be David. Oh yeah, no, like...
Oh no, that's exactly who we are.
That's exactly
100%.
who we are. Yes, I literally have... Oh, guys.
Andrew's already like, look, I have the outfit.
Within reach, I have my David sweater that just says perception on the back with the definition of perception. Like, this is the most David piece that I own, and it was within reach of me. So yes,
it should be.
We are 100%. That is us.
That's so funny.
Which this feels like the Rose Apothecary version of like gemstones. I think we did it.
Amazing. Sorry, I had no words. I suddenly was like so excited that we did that.
Just a head movement.
Okay, I'm gonna also do this. I'm just gonna give us some options here, and I did this yesterday. It was a real crowd favorite. Just to give, I'm gonna take these over here, and I'm gonna pull this background back.
Oh, you've expanded them. I was like, why are there so many anchor points? And it's because you've expanded them.
What's happening?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do this one as like the lighter one, and then I'm gonna send it to back, and I'm gonna bring the outline one as the darker one, just to give like a really cute, like fun, subtle nod to the gemstone.
Yes.
Did we have like any other gem phrases?
All right, chat. We need you. We need gem puns, gem phrases, and yes, Amy definitely agrees. Rose Apothecary would carry this. It's true. That's our first purchase order.
OMGO David. No, that didn't work. Wait, did I already shout out my brother? I was thinking it, but I don't know if I did. That my
that's
brother's
right.
name is David.
Yes. So yes, Emily's brother's name is actually David.
Yeah, it's not David Rose, obviously, but.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, literally didn't occur to me that those characters had last names. Like
Rose was just a description of him.
The fact that it was Rose Apothecary, I was just like, that's a cute, fun name, and didn't realize like, oh, Moira Rose, like their name is like like that's it. It's Rose.
That's amazing.
That's
Rose
so
Motel.
Funny. All right, what other good puns do we have? I wonder if we do something like crack one open or something with a geode.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. What would that be? It's like
beauty inside, or like internal beauty, or like something like that.
Wait, it should be like the really ridiculous. I don't get them for like when they're selling a house and like, I'm gorgeous inside, and it's like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm really gonna write I'm gorgeous inside until something else comes up.
I like that. I was gonna say like yeah, I think I'm gorgeous inside is good. And like what's inside that counts, but like that's not as good.
Oh, that's cute. But yeah, it's like a little bit like it's like a little Dewslanty in my opinion.
I was gonna say, oh, for crystals, you could do a play on to the point. Oh, that's interesting.
Fun.
That's
okay,
fun.
okay. I kind of want this to be like its own. Like I want.
Okay. Here's what I want. Oh, here's what I want. I think I figured it out.
What do you want?
Like the swash, right? Like one of the swashes.
Swash.
Like layer it to basically make like a box, and then it goes as like a little pop out, right? That like the swatch is just a background of like, so like make a copy so that it turns into just a box. Yeah, like that.
Am I doing it?
Oh, no. So like just do two that are touching so that it's like thicker. Yeah, like that. And then the type goes on there, and maybe like flip one of them so it doesn't look like it's just repeated or whatever.
Get them off the trail a little bit.
Yeah, right. And then like a pop out text goes on there, and that's where it's like I'm gorgeous inside, and it's like a different color, right? Like it pops out.
I love it. Okay. I'm gonna merge these. Here's my Pathfinder moment,
and
then I'm
like,
kind of like
that's like a light blue, and then the text is a dark blue, so that it like pops off the background a little bit more.
Would you say it's gonna pop off?
It is going to. Oh, there's some really good ones. I'm pausing the chat. Chat, keep giving it in.
See the shine inside.
Yeah, keep giving.
Minding my own business. I'm dying. That's so good.
Minding my own business is fantastic.
That is our mom sweatshirt. Andrew, could you find me like a stock sweatshirt somewhere so I could, or should I just like screen grab one or something, or we could like do the back of mine?
Here's what I'll do. When I do the artist highlight, I'll just go and do the artist highlight, and you go on Adobe Stock and find like some really great mom sweaters.
I'm gonna need that.
Yes.
That's gonna be so funny. Okay. I
think it needs to be in. I think it needs to be in the script, and then it just goes over one of the gemstones, like as a little pop out on the side. I feel like you do that so much in your work that you have little like extra tags or whatever.
I really do. Oh, you're saying this is a tag?
Yeah, like it's just an extra little piece that like goes next to one of the gemstones or something.
Love it. Okay.
Yes, this.
You're doing the thing again. I love the thing.
Maybe it's just minding my own business, and that way you get out of the. Yeah, I mean, you're still getting.
That's it. Script fonts, man, they get you.
Yep.
If only I had that really amazing script font that I need to download and purchase from the chutzpahs.
And so, like, maybe the background is like the light blue, and then that is dark blue.
Yeah, I can
and
see
then
that.
it sits on top of that purple one, like where the mineral geodes is, just like as a corner kind of thing.
Ooh, and not dark blue enough.
This is good. Also, okay, literally, chat, our new job is to find like an actual client that wants to buy this, because this is a really fun brand.
Send us your crystal friends.
Yes, send us your crystal friends. Do I have crystal friends? I feel like
Can
I
that
do
be
have
like
some
the new
friends.
MLM marketing is like
Crystals?
people are just bugging you to sell crystals? Because
Yes.
I'd like that. Okay. Wow, this is like very sweatshirt worthy. Just minding my own business.
Yep, and then that goes maybe dark blue.
Yes, that's where I was going with this. Yes. Okay, I could also see this maybe multiplying. I chose screen, but that was a poor
Oh
choice.
yeah, multiply it. Multiply it, multiply it, multiply. Multiply.
I think Andrew and I are broken. Something is wrong. Okay.
It's so fun.
Is it cute or is it weird?
I think it's cute.
It's cute. Okay. I feel like maybe it's like, maybe this is like the dark blue. No, that wasn't it. Oh wow. All right. So ignore that. That was a horrible choice.
It got weird.
It did get weird. Okay, I think this is actually gonna be.
That's another great one, and we can play around with some more mock-ups because I think that we're like pretty good with like the brand's good.
Yeah, I feel like that, right? Okay.
Yeah, let's just keep going with fun little things. Someone said, "Let's be crystal clear." I love that.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna try and like give us some like hierarchy here to give like a little more.
Oh, you're not thriving in the chaos?
I mean, sometimes I thrive in the chaos, but that was more of a yesterday thing, and today I'm gonna like. Maybe it should like arch. Ooh. What?
I just like the like word. I like what happened there, like with the type on the swash.
Right.
Just,
yeah,
like,
but I'm
like,
wondering
there's something
if
there. Yeah.
Should it be mining? I'm wondering if it should be in the branded typeface to give it like a little more of like authenticity.
Yep.
You know,
and,
people will be like, oh.
And it feels so much more mom sweatshirt with the like multiple typefaces in there. That it's like mining and then my own business is underneath in a different typeface. I think that, yeah, I agree.
Is there like a live, laugh, love equivalent to like mining stones, crystals, or like, I don't know, like what's the equivalent here that I need?
Like dig, crack, shine. Like I'm trying to think of like what a geode would be.
I'm not going to type that on a sweatshirt, but I do love it.
Dig the geode and then you have to like crack it and then it would shine, right? That's the live, laugh, love of mining.
Oh, dangerous territory here. Okay, object expand. Oh, so funny. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm gonna copy this. Just.
Oh, we definitely need one that just says "You're mine." That's great. So somebody else said "Divine shine from the mine," and I was like, "Oh, like a mine, like a diamond mine." But then I love one that's just like "You're mine," and it's like, oh, it's also like a gold mine.
Love it.
That's great.
This typeface is killing me right now. I feel like I'm like doing a bad thing.
Oh, there's something there good too. Christina had the idea of something with crushing it, but it's like
fun,
right? But it's like cracking it or something like that. Did crack shine? Oh, gosh.
Andrew said it. You heard it here live.
Oh, I've said worse things on streams. If y'all have tuned in for my Illustrator challenge a little while ago, we had a pretty big mishap.
Oh boy.
What up, Kerwin? Welcome to the show. I can hear. Hold on.
What can you hear?
Yeah, sorry. There was just like moms in the street like yelling about how much they want this on a hoodie.
I'm all serious. I was like, is everything okay?
Oh, that's a good idea too. Oh, Uriel, that's a really good idea. Okay, so idea? Uriel said LGBTQ friendly, do crystal queer, and then we can do the different colors of the gemstones maybe. That's
fun. I love. Okay.
That's a really fun idea.
I'm all just like making a whole new brand now.
I was gonna say this is a whole other brand.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, is there like a tag on that, or am I just gonna say like OMG, or I'll just like give our. Oh God, why did I do that? Okay. Forgive me.
I've never been more stressed than when someone types in all caps in a script font. Like,
yeah, I know.
There's caps lock and then there's cap lock in a script font. That it's not just like I'm yelling. I'm like yelling, but also
but
like beatboxing at the same time. Yeah.
I'm yelling in Old English, so you don't know what I'm saying, so it's like even more alarming.
That's fun.
I'm gonna just put the OMG in there as like our like branded situation to like tell the brand that it's there. That was just way too much exclamation.
It was. It was.
Crystal queer. That's so fun. Okay.
Ooh,
Why
and then
is this so cute?
Maybe each of those sections, like we play the like spectrum of our color scheme, but each section has like a different color kind of thing.
You ask, we deliver. Here it comes. Ready, everyone? And could I use swatches so I don't have to keep like color sampling from over here? Yes, I could and should, but
Here's the thing. I teach people how to make swatches, how to use
do their things
like
correctly.
libraries, and the amount of times that I'm just like, here's 90 circles with different colors, and I'm just gonna eyedropper them until we go.
And everyone's like, all right, yeah, seems fair.
Yes,
Fair enough.
taking it for granted. Nice, that's clever.
Cute. Okay, this might
Love
be
that.
like, did I like go too?
Val says using script in all caps is like screaming in French. Okay, I wonder if that's where the terrazzo pattern comes in. That it's not necessarily like the gem, that it's small, and then it's little pieces kind of around it.
Be with it. I could definitely be with it.
Right? Also, like
was
we have, I
super
think we have an
cool.
example of it, right? Up there. Oh yeah, like we have up top to the right.
Oh, right here.
That one, yeah. Like that basic thing.
You want that for the crystal?
I do, I think. Like in the background
Okay.
and then maybe shrunk down. I also
Yeah,
think that this is the
let me show it to you.
most, like, I see this brand, like, being advertised, like, on TikTok. And it's like a hoodie where, like, every sleeve is a different color, but they're all, like,
I
a
could be
little
with
bit.
it.
Yes. Oh, it's so fun.
I feel like I want it to be like a little more like tonal because, oh, my bad. Illustrator did not like that.
It's got it.
Okay.
It's cool because it's hit this, like, it's like an 80s version of a 90s vibe. I don't know how to describe
You're
that.
so right.
But it definitely is like both of
It's
those.
like a multi decade crossing design conundrum. I don't know.
Yes. Oh my
tried to sell
goodness.
it.
Another great one.
What?
All or nothing, but it's or, like O-R-E.
People, we are geniuses over here.
Even if we did like this or that. Oh, that's
Genius.
fun. Y'all are fun. And nice pastel palette. I agree. The palette has evolved from burned orange.
I do want to call out my sweater. Okay, I really did wear it for burnt orange. I
It's
said,
true.
what's in the type or in the color?
Oh, here. Wait, let's get. Oh my goodness, Emily. All right,
What?
we need to go full screens. All right. Emily, I think you need to show your sweater because we need a fashion show. Fashion show at lunch. Burnt orange. That's just my thigh. Hold on. There we go. Burnt orange.
Burnt orange.
There we go.
I actually have
Unintentional fashion show. We are.
but it was definitely a fashion show at lunch.
Yes. I love that I tried to show my shorts and it was just, here's
And
my
it didn't.
thigh. So
He said, I'm so sorry.
there we go. This will be my last stream on Adobe Live. Thank
Yeah.
you for joining.
Andrew's now in hot water.
Oopsies. I'm sorry I'm late, but how did you make the typography into one single stroke? This is quite the time to be joining us.
How did I make the typo?
It
Welcome to
is
Show and Tell.
not a single stroke. So that is actually a script font that we've been using, and we just
Oh, yeah.
outlined it. And so it looks like it's a stroke, but it's really just an outlined kind of thing.
But
And
it-
yes,
yeah, just-
Voodoo Val says that we should combine into one outfit. I agree.
I almost did wear. I have pants that are this color too. I had a birthday party a few years ago where I did all monochromatic because you came, and I thought it was really fun. So I wore this sweater and like the orange pants that went with it. But on a non-birthday day, it's like a little much. I feel like.
I love the like designation. Today's like a non-birthday day.
Yeah, there's like birthdays. I don't know why that stretched like that. That was weird. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is gonna be like the standard lockup that I'm gonna use for our mom sweatshirts.
Cool. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead. I'm gonna actually flip over and we're gonna take a look at. Oh, we're still on the screen with us. Sorry, everyone. But I'm gonna flip over and take over and do our artist highlight. Emily, if you want to go to Adobe Stock, your screen is not up, so you can do whatever you want. And
Okay,
we're gonna
here I
take
go.
a look at our friend Alexandra Ariella. Let's say Ariella, I think. So incredible Behance portfolio. We're going to take a look here. They are from USA. And there's a lot of like photography, branding, layout kind of stuff, which is my zone. So I started in journalism, and so this is going to speak to my heart. Let's take a look at this skater project here. This is gorgeous. So it's a brand of skateboards that's functional, fun, and eco-friendly. Our aim is to create the best variety of boards using bamboo as an alternative to maplewood for manufacturing the skateboard decks. I've always wanted to do a skateboard deck. These are so good. And I love, again, the thought of these being grip tape like literally makes me like shiver, but also they're absolutely gorgeous. And I love the mock-ups that you have here. It looks like you have done great mock-ups in a lot of different ways. And again, Adobe Stock is fantastic for this. More of the skater stuff. Oh gosh, that color palette is awesome. Yes. Oh, love the two-tone here of just kind of creating the grip tape or like the black and white with that pop out of the key brand color. Gorgeous. All right, and you know we have to look at IKEA. Emily, are you an IKEA fan?
I'm sitting at an IKEA desk as we speak.
Oh yeah, what in my room is IKEA? My bed. Yes, there's a lot of IKEA in my room as well. I took the train to IKEA once, which was a huge mistake. I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. And then I'm like, how do I get any of this back to where I need it to be? A world of inspiration for your home, IKEA. A story about a bear and its forest. Oh my goodness. You do character design as well. This is so cute. There's little bears. Oh my goodness. Oh, so fun.
I'm like so not. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They're so happy.
Oh no, but they're sad. Oh
they're
no, because the humans cut down the trees. Oh no, hold on. I have to read the rest of this. Chat, if you're not emotionally invested, I need you to be, because I am. Oh no. Oh no. It was okay. So it's a call for environmentalism, which is great.
I respect it.
But now it's sad. Okay, cool. Look at the bear. Okay, the bear is defending the trees. We love the trees. Go team trees. Love this project. Awesome. Fantastic. Ended well. I'm going to look at the annual report one more time. So annual reports are really, really difficult to do. Emily, I know that you've done like literally 1 million annual reports, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Annual reports are tough just because it's a lot of boring data that you have to make look really good.
A lot.
And this is great. I love seeing charts and spreadsheets and graphs that like are in full color, like at least look somewhat interesting, because it can just get so dull and so boring. So fantastic job. And I believe that Alexandra also has created over to an Adobe portfolio. So I'm going to click over here and you'll see that Behance has now converted over to an actual website. So Adobe Portfolio is an awesome tool that allows you to do that. There is a Dada movement. So you know I have to look at this because Dada is my favorite thing. Dada can be a little bit crazy, so I'm definitely going to parent check this before we hop in. Okay, good. So...
We appreciate.
I'm there for you. Yeah, keep it PG. After I show my thigh. This is awesome. Dada is my favorite style. It's my favorite zone. And I absolutely love this. Tristan Tazara, if you guys want to look up anything. Great work. But yeah, you can basically create a website from Adobe Portfolio very easily and very quickly using Adobe Portfolio right down here. It is included, I believe, in Creative Cloud subscription for students. And I believe that there are some extra things coming to students with Adobe Portfolio soon. So stay tuned for that. But great job. Thanks for joining us, Alexandra. We love your work. Everyone, go give a follow. Click that follow button. Boop, just like that. And yeah, show some appreciation. All right, we are back. We are here. Emily, let's talk a little bit about what's going on now and where we're going to be going in the next 20 minutes or so.
Here we are. So I grabbed a few mock-ups that I'm excited about. I grabbed a skateboard because I was inspired by all this skateboard talk. So I'm going to see if I can process this without crashing my computer in a way that we can drop some artwork onto here, because I think that might be kind of fun. I was thinking like rock and roll might be like too far of a stretch, but I feel like it also could work.
Let's do it. Somebody suggested it. I definitely think
that. Did they? Okay, yep. Great. Yeah, and so then I grabbed a sweatshirt and a tote. So yes. Let's go from there.
Let's do it.
Okay. So,
I feel like those are the essentials.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because you can't have a real brand unless you have those things. I like this version of Crystal Queer because I like the crystal behind it, but that's just me. So I'm just gonna paste it here. Although, okay, it looks like I'm just gonna multiply this and see like how it looks. I like to multiply them because I feel like it usually helps it look a little more real. For linear burns, giving us better color. Okay, stop. Why is this so cute? I love it.
That's great. All right.
It's really cute.
Yeah, and we're going to talk after stream, and we're going to have a new merch line coming out in, in a few months.
I'm going to go ahead and put this, because I feel like this is still kind of like our like our brand mark. So I'm gonna stretch it. Oops. Again.
I'm not
Okay.
emotionally prepared for like the accidentals that are happening.
I know. I feel like I do keystrokes so fast too that sometimes it's just,
Yes. And Alexandra,
happen.
I knew you were in chat, but I didn't see you in chat. So hello. Yes, thanks for joining us. Your work is awesome. We're all big fans.
Oh my gosh, yes, it was wonderful. I only saw the bears when they were happy though, and that was a little bit, I didn't want to see them sad. Okay, and let's go minding my own business.
Yes.
I feel like this one's gonna work. I kind of wanted one with like a different background, so I'm gonna scale her up so we're not like.
You also could do a hue and saturation.
Yeah,
and
I could
take out the pink or whatever, but then you'll lose it on her lips as well, and she'll look crazy.
I know. I kind of here. I'm gonna do. Oh wow, this is really big.
You know what you could do? No.
Huh.
I was gonna say you could do it in black and white, but like that doesn't make any sense.
I just like don't like that she's like staring at us, so I was gonna try and just.
Oh yeah, like crop it out.
Yeah, but that's just like a personal preference.
Also, if my mom has a cold right now, if she wasn't sick, I would 100% like FaceTime her on stream and be like, "Mom, would you buy this sweatshirt?"
Okay, if we can make a bet, I don't know how we'd like come back to it, but I guarantee my mom will message me after this and be like, "Emily, I loved the sweatshirt.
Yes.
Let's print them." My mom's like biggest dream for me is that I would start a clothing brand or something.
Yes.
Which is cool, but it's just, I don't know, it's not what I'm passionate about.
It would be easy to do a hue saturation layer and take the green out if you're trying to just select the green.
Should we do the green? Okay.
Yeah, and just turn it to gray or whatever. Oh no. So just do a hue and saturation over the whole thing. There's no other green in there.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, I was just gonna do a quick mask and then make a hue sat layer with that. But what are you saying? It sounds faster.
Yeah. So yeah, delete your selection or like Command D. Okay. Now go to adjustment layers.
Yep.
And then do hue and saturation.
Hue and saturation.
And then click on master. And then go to greens.
Smart.
And
Let's
then,
just like.
Yep. There you go. And because it's like that's the only green thing, it's super easy to change. And especially taking it to white of like saturation down, color up. You also can click on colorize right there.
Yeah.
And it will change the green to a color.
Oh, I think it's because I'm the master. Hold on, let's undo that and go back to greens and colorize just greens.
Is that? Oh, I don't know why that's not working.
Okay, well, we'll just do.
Yes. And
ye old
Citron,
trick
yes,
here.
Adobe Dimension is a fantastic app to use for mockups. It's a 3D software and it has preloaded stuff. If you want to learn a little bit about Dimension and a little bit about Aero, which is augmented reality, there's an episode of Office Hours every Friday at 2:30 p.m. right here on Adobe Live that just happened a couple weeks ago, and we went over Aero and how to make your mockups 3D and put them on the augmented reality space around you. So if you want to watch that, it's so cool. I also learned that you can extrude a PSD. So like if you have a layered Photoshop file, you can like place it on the wall and then like pull apart the layers and like zoom in through the layers and like look at different angles and stuff. It's so cool.
That's really cool.
Emily.
Okay, I did like a really like sloppy job on the masking here just because it was starting to get a little glitchy, but I'm gonna see if I can go back in and paint this. So I'm gonna paint on the layer mask really fast. So my opacity is like way down. Here we go.
What's happening?
What?
Oh, never mind. I literally was looking at your Illustrator toolbar, and I was like, why are none of the colors or tools correct? Like, why is the right tool not selected? Why is there like the gradient tool that is, wait, what's happening? And then I'm like, okay, never mind. There's just double toolbars happening.
We are reoriented here. Okay.
Whew, I got stressed.
Again, this is like super sloppy and fast, but you guys are gonna get the idea, and moms everywhere will rejoice.
It's so good. Emily, I think that this is gonna actually be something that like you can post. Like, it's kind of good.
Dare I? With the caption OMG or OMG odes, or I don't know. It's been a wonderful effort here, I must say.
Shine bright.
Okay.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Okay, okay, this is closer. I'm gonna maybe I kind of want the words to be, oh, that's cute, a little tone on tone.
I like the tone on tone.
What I might do is just paste them separately so I can do this. Oh, ignore that. I'm gonna jump back in. How am I doing on time?
So we have about 10-ish minutes left.
Okay, great.
I think so, about 10 minutes. And again, if you have not gotten into this, this is Adobe Live's hottest new club.
Is everything.
Yes. So this is a show called Graphic Grab Bag. It's something that will hopefully be recurring here on Adobe Live, just to flip up the format a little bit. We have made a graphic design grab bag for you at bit.ly/graphic grab bag. And it's a Creative Cloud library that is full of resources curated by me. And the hope is that it inspires you to something. There are fonts, there are textures, there are elements and colors. And it's something that is open to whatever you want to create, but the rule is you have to use all of the things in that grab bag. Emily has been doing it and was inspired to do a gemstone crystal brand based on those assets. And so you can download those, make it yourself. If you're going to post, you can post in Discord, or you can post using hashtag design graphic grab bag. Hashtag graphic grab bag is what it is. There are some that are already in Discord, so I'm going to check that and we'll highlight you again at the end of the show. Thanks for playing along. And Emily, in about 2 minutes here, we're going to do a recap of kind of everything. So keep working there. I'm going to open Discord. If anyone else has been working on something and wants to post it, put it over in Discord, and I will take a look at that right now. Also, hi, Gus. Gus is our guy for Adobe Live. We love Gus here on the stream. Everybody say hi to Gus. Do a little
hi,
waving
Gus.
hand emoji.
I'm gonna do a real waving hand.
All right, we see Uriel, you have put some stuff in there, and if anyone else has done any of the challenge of creating something, let me know in chat, and we'll check that out before we end here. Oh, do we still have the freeze frame for the end? We don't.
Aw.
Wait, hold on.
We can remake it.
Yeah, Emily. Okay, give me a second. Emily. All right. Keep working.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
this bag looks so cute.
Here we go. Okay, let's get the freeze frame. Oh, let's high five. Let's high five this way. There we go.
Which way do I do it? This way?
This way. No, other way. Right there. Okay. All right, we're good.
Good. Okay. It's the important things here. I'm worried I'm not gonna have enough time to like really do this how I want it, so I might have to wait. But let's do like. Oh, you know what might be fun? Okay, hold on. We'll do this. And something I would say is like when I tend to do merch, I tend to not just like slap the logo on everything. Like I'll try and do more of this like one-off thing. So if you're thinking like, why is the branding not just the logo everywhere? I don't know. I think it's more fun, but
no, I agree. So
personal.
I definitely like call it logo slapping when I look at a case study, and it's just like, cool. So
like,
you made a
here's
logo,
on this.
and then you just put it on like 90 things. Like it's just not interesting to me.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, when it comes to mockups, I tend to just try and like go through the blending modes to just see like
what happens.
Well, yeah, just see if the color sits differently. And this is a flat photo. This isn't even like a mock-up, so sometimes those work differently. But this is gonna give you like a quick render. Let me get that little wheel out of here too. Whoop. Oh man, how fun would it be if all these wheels were different colors? All of the gemstones. I don't think we're gonna get to that, but okay, here we go. Good things are happening here.
Good things are always happening here on Adobe Live.
Amazing things. Okay, and then what should we do in the?
Oh,
Should I do,
y'all!
like-
The end of our first episode of Graphic Grab Bag is going to be premium content. Just know that things are happening behind the scenes to make this the best episode ever.
What's happening behind the scenes?
It's the only episode ever so far, but you just keep going, Emily. You just keep going.
All right, I'm just gonna trust. I don't know if I should trust, but I'm gonna trust. I lied. I think I'm gonna do this on the top because I think it's really fun. And then on the bottom, I think I'm gonna do a crystal pattern just because I really want that to have its moment, you know?
Yes.
It's time in the sun.
I think it does.
Okay.
I think it's interesting when building brands to try to make it so that it's like the entire thing tells the story and not just one piece. And
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
like that we have a whole bunch of different pieces that could tell the story. and not just like, oh, this is the thing. That it's like, oh no, it's like a combination of things.
This might need to be smaller. In my mind, I was like, they can be giant. All right. I'm doing a quick job at this. Again, if this was like a real thing, I would like vary these colors and like the positioning and everything, but this was kind of just gonna be like a quick little like comp of what I could see this being.
That's what we got to do, is just like, is this a thing? Cool. And a lot of times this is all you need to sell a client. To be like, cool, like, is this idea work? And the client's like, yes. And you're like, great, here's my invoice.
And I held shift and did a bad thing right here, so I'll just get rid of that.
Oh boy.
I know, I'm sorry. All right, am I down to the wire here? I feel like I am.
Yeah, we got about 5-ish minutes left before we move on. I'm going to go ahead and recap the schedule as Emily works on these. Yes. And then, Emily, maybe we'll do just a full overview in a minute. That. So after this, amazing. Howard Pinsky is coming up with the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. We love Howard here. Howard is like top tier, A1, we stand. So stick around for that stream. And then Kyle T. Webster is happening a little bit later at 2:30 with the Draw Along, another fantastic stream. That's how I decompressed yesterday after the stream. Well, I ordered a whole pizza, I ate it, and then I laid on the ground. And then I came back and watched the Kyle T. Webster stream because it's so soothing, and you just get, you get some cool stuff and get to learn. I got distracted with how cool it just became on my monitor over here. So after that, we have Creative Encore at the end of the day with Kimmy J Designs. So stick around for that. Lots of great content coming to you from Adobe Live for the rest of the day. And one thing that I do want to point out that's happening tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Nick Longo and I are coming back with a new version of Adobe Office Hours. It's called Adobe Office Hours to the Rescue. And we are actually going to be having you submit your creative problems, and we're going to solve them for you live on the air. So wow. I've posted, yes, Kyle T. Webster's here. Kyle Webster's here. I don't think, like, there are a lot of people that I'm fans of. Kyle's like one of the top tier, and I know that Nick Longo, who does Office Hours with me, we share the love for Kyle T. Webster, and we also have the same middle initial. And so we very often have been Andrew T. Hochradel and Nick T. Longo. So just know we love you, Kyle. Love your show. Anyway, we have a new show coming tomorrow, and we are going to be solving creative problems. It's going to be live. It's going to have features by you guys, and it will be a great time. So you can check out information 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, and I have posted on my Instagram and my social media with more info for that. All right, Emily, we got about 5 minutes left. Okay. Take us through all the things that we have made here on the first episode of Graphic Grab Bag.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we started with the grab bag. I would just like to once again revisit this so people can check off if we did or did not use them. We have colors, we have typefaces, we have all these fun graphic pieces. And with that, I started this Geode brand. We expanded the color palette, we made illustrations, we tried a bunch of things that didn't really work out right here. And then we refined those into this really fun set of marks and phrases, and we textured stamps. We made stamps. We textured gems after we made gems. We outlined gems. I'm gonna go back up here. We outlined gems, and we filled gems, and we dimensionalized gems. We did a lot of gem related fun things. I feel like
dimensionalizing gems is the most like on brand.
The technical term, I believe, is what they use.
That's what my parents think I do. Like, hey, what did you do today? And I'm like, oh, I was just like dimensionalizing gems.
Yes.
That feels right. Yes.
So this was like our long form logo lockup. Here's like more of the short form. And I would take these little gem pieces out, probably if it was just going to be like a flat application. Two different marks here, and then I'm going to zoom into these ones over here once we texturize those stamps, and they look amazing. We also use those scribble type textures as a comp here to see if that would work. We use those over here as a different exploration. There definitely is something here. I just wasn't, super passionate about it. So
everything else was just better than that.
It was just better.
Bad.
Yeah.
Everything else was just better.
Exactly. And then we came up with some fun phrases in chat and we started using those and then we brought them to life here. So we have the tote bag, a brand essential, I would say.
It is.
Then we have the mom sweatshirt that everybody's been asking for with some questionable clipping masks of the color. So excuse that, but she's just minding her own business over here. And then I was working on this one to really just get that geode. I felt like I was like the skate dude saying.
Andy
even though
wants this.
Yes, Andy would definitely want that if he's still watching.
Yes.
This might get you in a fight at a skate park, but it's also kind of cool. So who's to say? Yeah, so that's our brand coming to life. And then we did some texturing here too.
I want the skateboard, but the grip tape, I want white grip tape. So it has like that like crystally, like shiny top, right?
That would be very on brand, very dimensionalized gems.
All right, cool. So can we go back to Illustrator and open up the library real quick? So if you're just joining us, you can go to bit.ly/graphicgrabbag. This show will continue on after we are live here because you can keep working on it. If you go to Graphic Grab Bag, bit.ly/graphicgrabbag, we'll drop the link in chat. It will give you this Creative Cloud library. You can use all these resources and be inspired to create whatever you want. That's the magic of this show. It's a mystery bag of assets for you to create something, and Emily has taken those and was inspired to create mineral geodes, geodes, and we had a really, really fun time. So Emily, thanks for joining us. We're going to wrap it up here. Emily, any advice for everyone watching?
Charge your crystals is my first line of advice. And try things that don't work because that's what you watched us do for a long time and look where it ended. So
that's great.
I say go for it.
Yep. It may be on fire, but it comes out as a crystal. Oh no, hold on. Here's the end. We may be under pressure, but that's what makes a diamond. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time at the next episode of Graphic Grab Bag here on Adobe Live. Wait for it. Y'all can wait for it. Hold on. I did this just for you. Wait for it. You're going to get a minute of it.
High five.
There we go. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the memories that we've made. The real win is the memories and the friendship that we made along the way here together on the show known as Adobe Live. Goodbye.